All right, let's get this show on the road. Oh, that's really quiet.
Perfect. That's how I like it.
There we go.
Aww.
There's our music. Still pretty quiet, though.
Yeah, that's good enough. No one needs to hear that.
Yeah, I know. I was like packing, getting ready. I'm going to really miss our animals.
Me too. I'm leaving them behind.
I know. Sad, but they'll be well taken care of.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
They'll be fine.
Zuko likes it, so
the only one that's going to be
treated like an only dog.
The only one that's going to be sad is Alice because she's never been boarded and she really likes to snuggle with people. But
I know, yeah.
She'll just be extra snuggly when she comes home.
Yeah. Whereas Zuko, on the other hand, gets it good because I don't let him sleep in my bed, and then he's got like a twin-size bed there for him.
Yep.
He gets treats every night.
Yeah,
he gets
this boarding
6
place.
walks one-on-one.
This boarding place is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I actually have to fill out our paperwork for get ready. I do have to call and get them in early because our plane's leaving earlier than I thought.
I don't know why you pushed it so late.
Well, I was thinking to keep Alice as long as possible. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to rush there, then rush back and rush to the airport. No. She needs to go back earlier than the time I picked.
Yeah, I'm taking Zuko at 9, so.
9 a.m.?
Yep.
Oh, that's early. So
get them adjusted.
Yeah, that's true. So welcome to the Raining Cats and Dogs podcast. I'm your host, Shannon.
I'm Ari.
She sounds always so happy to be here. Thank you for joining us for another week. We are a podcast that we just kind of chit-chat and then read Reddit stories, and that's about it.
Today we're taking a quiz.
Yeah, we are going to take a quiz in a little bit. So what would you like to share? Anything?
Let's see. I went to Vegas. It was fun. It was very overstimulating, I think, just for me, because I get overstimulated easily. Because I don't know if I had a headache from walking around so much and not drinking a ton of water, or because there's so much noises coming from everywhere, so loud, and then the lights are always flashing.
Yeah, and didn't you say lots of topless women?
Yeah, there's a lot of advertisements for these clubs that had topless women. And I don't understand. Don't these men why do men go to there? Don't they see their girlfriends and wives topless enough?
Well, I guess they like variety. Or there's bachelor parties go there and stuff. Though it's a little concerning because I know someone like a minister, not a minister, but similar to a minister, once a year go to Vegas for a week. So I don't know what they're doing.
That's weird. Yeah, no, because it's just a city built around, I don't know, gambling and clubs. It's weird.
And hookers. I mean, there are good shows.
That is true. I didn't get to go in the Sphere, but I saw the Sphere, and our hotel is really close, and we walked by it. It's huge.
It looks so cool.
It's pretty cool.
I would like to see the Sphere. So who knows? You could take sightseeing. He'd like to take photography.
Yeah, I'd go back because I want to go inside the Sphere. If I go back, then there was a Magic Mike show live going on. I want to go to that.
Don't blame you.
And then so while I was there, I walked around and went into. I saw the Bellagio fountain show, played some music and all this giant fountain. And then walked around, I saw the little mini Paris Eiffel Tower.
Oh, that's cool.
I saw dinner. We were going to try to get into, I think it was at Old Red. Can you turn down my volume? And, but it was packed. It's 3 floors. That's the one that I think Shelton owns. But we couldn't get in. So then we were just on the strip and just had dinner there. It was nice.
It's just turning down, so I don't know. So, yeah. Well, that's nice.
Yeah. And then I went into, where did I go? The Venetian, which has this gondola thing, with water all the way around, and it goes in the building, and then inside it's a fake little Italy with a sky and everything. It was really cool. Shopping center.
Oh, that's cool.
Giant building.
So I was hoping for some fun stories. Did you do anything crazy?
I was on a work trip with my boss mother.
Okay. So you didn't do anything crazy or fun?
No. I told you that was everything besides the work stuff during the day.
Okay, that's cool.
Up early and gone all day.
Yeah.
Then exhausted from walking around so much.
Yeah. So you just pretty much crashed when you came in. So there's a time difference. What was it, 3 hours?
3 hours behind.
Behind us. So did you have a hard time getting used to it? The time change coming back just from the 3 hours?
Coming back, I don't know. Going there made me wake up extra early. And then coming back, it was just, I don't know. I think the first day was hard getting up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Your dog's going.
Yeah, because I asked you to put your dog in your room so it didn't pace.
Well, I thought he'd be fine. He's fine. Talk about your week.
Okay, my dog is barking, but I will cut it out so you won't hear it probably for the most part. My week is good. Like, there's really nothing new. It's neither, here nor there. I just kind of, we're going to pause for a moment. She's putting her dog in her room because he is pacing. So really, I'm just anxious about the dog. So that's really it. But I found some interesting stories. 10 countries where working hours are the least in the world. Because on, what was this awesome stuff, 365, the average American works more and takes fewer vacations than a medieval peasant. And I thought this was really interesting. So I'm like, oh, how many days? So some other countries, they have the most vacation days for employees globally are France and Spain, tied for 36 days each. South Korea requires 31 days of vacation. Germany requires 30. And they're saying like some companies offer more, but these are the minimum requirements.
So, but and then like the U.S., it's like I feel like the average is what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, the average is like 2 weeks. If you're lucky, small employers. So there's no minimum, like I don't think for vacations. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think there's like a minimum.
I think there should be.
Yeah,
I like that 30 days. You should be able to have 30 days.
You should be able to. And then for the work weeks, so the Netherlands, which we are visiting, their work week for full pay is 29.4 hours.
What?
Yeah.
I want that. I think I would be more productive if I worked 4 days a week.
Denmark's 32.5, not bad.
Yeah.
Germany is 34.3. 0.3 is little.
See, I think if I either worked 4 days a week or my hours were like shortened for like 6-hour days, I would actually be more productive. Because I just get like towards the end of the day, like kind of, I don't know, burned out. Where I'm like, I can't sit here and stare at a computer any longer. Yeah, because you're tired and you get a little punchy. And then if you have employees that tend to be people chit-chat in the morning, then you kind of work, and then at the end of the day. It's like that last hour, they try to make go by a little faster. Yeah, unless you like have a deadline or like crazy busy. But yeah that tends to be when people chit-chat. So the U.S. ranks number 2 with the most hours. On average, the work week's 38.6, even though we know like 40 hours a week most places. And then South Africa average is 42.8. Ooh, that's bad. Yeah, so we're number 2. But yeah, I was like, ooh, Netherlands and Denmark, Germany, nice. I really wish they make it 4-day work week. I feel like aren't like some other countries switching to that? They are, and I think that would be really nice. I just think, too, like, you think like then you'd have less sick time because then I don't need to take off. I would use that day for my dentist appointments and doctor's appointments. It's annoying how like any appointment you go to is like during like the day you need to take off time to go to like the eye doctor or the dentist. Or the dentist that I went to luckily has early appointments, but I don't really like getting up at 6 like an extra hour early to just go to the dentist. Well, right. Like it would be nice to have that extra day. Plus, like if you think about it, like your weekend starts Friday. So then Friday night, you're like, oh, all right, now that's your Friday night. But then at some point during the weekend, you got a meal prep. If you want to try to eat healthy, you need to do grocery shopping, clean your house. Like it would be nice to have that extra day. Yeah. Because I feel like it's just always like rush, get back to the week. I agree. Yeah. And then... Oh, that was if Anthony was going to be on. I had like so much fun questions for him. So it's something we could do. He doesn't want to be on with you anymore. He did. He doesn't like the show. Oh, he does. Actually, we were supposed to have Amanda on this week, but she was here and I completely forgot to ask her. Yeah, maybe next time. We'll see. Yeah, which will be fun. We were crafting. You were crafting. And then I saw something sad. So in the early 1900s, what was this on? I don't know. Oh, it's fine. Unbelievable facts. In the early 1900s, Sober Sue attracted crowds for her inability to smile, with the theater offering $1,000 to anyone who could make her laugh. Despite attempts from the top comedians, none succeeded. Oh, that's interesting. No, this is the sad part. It was later revealed she had facial paralysis. So she couldn't smile. Like, how awful. Yeah. I mean, I doubt she was making any of that money. Other people. No, she probably got barely anything from that. Yeah, so that was kind of sad. And then I saw something like, because now we're going away, so I'm trying to figure out like tips and things. So I'm a little nervous. So how to properly tip your server. Bill total is $125.50. So they're thinking like out to dinner.
So move the decimal point to the left, 1255, then multiply by 3, which is 3765. So your final total should be 163.15. And then they're saying on this post, if you can't afford to do that, then don't go out to eat.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I don't know. I think servers should make a livable wage. They shouldn't have to rely on tips.
Some countries, they do.
Most
it's
other
insulting.
countries do.
Yes.
The U.S. has a big thing around tipping. A lot of other places won't even accept tips.
Yeah, but I don't know. When you think about these smaller restaurants, could they afford to pay someone like $30,000 a year, $40,000 a year? Probably not. Or the food prices go way up, and then people aren't coming out to eat either. So I don't know what the real answer is, the right answer. 30% is a large tip. Like, I think I'm being generous at 20%.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I do it. Usually, it's just kind of.
Do you double the tax, which would be well?
Sometimes I double the tax.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. Sometimes I go out to eat and, like, I think I had $26 meal one time and I tipped, like, $5. Is that too little?
For $25? Yeah.
I think I'm a low tipper. But then I have this friend that always tips, like, almost double what I tip. I'm like, yeah, she'll just make up for me.
So I'm a pretty good, I thought I was a good tipper. Like, I try to be a generous tipper because I was a waitress at one point, so I know what it's like to be a server.
I mean, I was too. I love getting the big tips and delivering stuff, pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
But then, I don't know, $5 I feel like is my minimum. Because, I mean, I don't know, like, I remember hating the $2 tips because, like, okay, what's the point of these $2?
Yeah, I mean, better than nothing.
Better than nothing, but still, as, like, someone that wants the tips, it's just disappointing.
Yeah, no, I get that. You know what? Am I recording? I hope so. I think I am.
You need.
I was like, did I hit
Do you need
record?
binoculars or like a monocle? Is it the monocle, the little one glass? I think you should get one of those.
Monocle? I'm bringing monocles back, guys.
Because you can't see.
I really can't. I can't see far away. I can't see close up.
What can you see?
Terrible. Nothing without glasses or contacts. Like right now, I have nothing on. It's blurry, but this is too far. Like,
wait, do you have contacts in right now?
No.
Why are you blind right now?
Because I took my glasses off so I could look at my phone to read some of the stuff. And now I lost my glasses. I can't see them. Do you see them?
No.
I lost them on the blankets.
Oh my god.
So it's okay. I just need to listen. I don't need to see.
I don't understand why
I'm so blind?
Why you have contacts that don't help you?
Well, so they don't really make them like per person, right? So they make multifocal contacts, but they're not perfect. So that's why I don't wear them as much anymore because they can fix my nearsightedness, which means I can't see far away. But then they can't fix, like, I can't see close up, I guess, farsightedness. So I need like
a monocle.
No, I guess like I need like a 125
what about,
or
like,
2.
The glasses like people have where they're like the normal and then the zoom in on the bottom lens.
Bifocals. Ew.
Yeah.
No. Contact companies just
bifocals. It sounds like that's what you need.
I know. That'll be my next purchase. Like I have to wait a year before I get, so my insurance covers it. But yeah, because they don't cover glasses every year.
I haven't gotten glasses in like 5 years. Can't you just use my?
You think I could. I mean, I paid the insurance. Like I should be able to.
I avoid the eye doctor as long as I can. You told me that they wouldn't give me contacts, but they still did. Unless she wasn't supposed to, and I got them anyway.
I think that might be the latter.
I got my eyes checked either.
Yeah, if you can't remember, it's probably been more than a year.
Yeah.
Unless they've changed regulations. I know insurance only covers. No, it does cover the yearly exam. I thought it didn't. It's just the glasses. So, oh my God. So, do you want a funny story? Because I could see this being us or something sad that made me outraged.
Funny.
Okay. During a tour in Iceland, a woman changed her clothes, leading others to mistakenly believe she was missing. Unaware of the confusion, she even joined the search party looking for herself.
Oh my God.
Because she doesn't know. People are telling, could you imagine like going to the bathroom like, oh, I got wet, I'm changing my clothes. And then people were like, oh my gosh, she's missing. Who's missing? Oh my gosh. They don't
know what she looks like. They just knew her by her clothes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, think about it. You're with a bunch of strangers on like these tours. We've done a tour before when we went to Ireland. Like they don't necessarily know what we look like. We changed her clothes. I thought she was missing.
Oh
so I could see myself looking for myself. Not knowing.
Oh, you totally would.
You would too.
No.
Don't make it a me thing.
I'm like, wait, that description, I mean, these clothes in my bag, I was wearing these. I just changed.
A woman with a pink shirt and her hair's down and it's long and this woman's hair is up now. I'm not in a pink shirt.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Would be you.
What would be me?
All right, can we take a quiz now?
No, I have one more thing. Something that outraged me.
All right.
Actually, before I go to the outrage and we'll take the quiz, I have one other thing. Salt was once so valuable, it was served as a currency in other cultures. The word salary comes from the Latin salarium, rooted in sal, salt. Isn't that weird?
That's kind of cool.
Yep, makes you think of Dune. Salt.
They had spices, not salt.
Oh, I thought it was salt.
No.
Whatever.
Some kind of spice.
I really like the Dune movies, but kind of a weak plot. It's kind of copying Star Wars a little bit.
Which one was written first, though?
I think Star Wars was written before Dune, right?
I'm going to look that up real quick because I know one copied the other.
Yeah, that I'm not sure.
Let's see. You can see a lot of similarities between Star Wars and Dune.
A lot of similarities, actually. So this is from the Huffington Post while you're looking that up. This makes me so mad. So game wardens could be seen dragging the deer named Baby by a rope in a video obtained by a local news outlet. So this woman was arrested because her pet deer was confiscated after officials say she kept the animal illegally.
Aww.
So I read the story. So apparently the woman found a baby deer abandoned, and then he was very weak, looked like he was dying. He was there for a while. She fed him, nursed him back to health. She neutered him, gave him shots, and he had a dog collar and clipped his ear. So she's had this poor deer in her backyard for 2 years, treating it like a dog, outside dog, basically. Mm-hmm. Some neighbor complained. And then instead of investigating and asking questions and maybe fining her a lot, saying, hey, you're not really supposed to do that, but now he can't go back in the wild. Maybe charge her a lot of money, make some money. No. They just took this deer. So they'll probably euthanize it because it can't live in the wild now.
Poor thing.
And now it's traumatized.
That's awful.
This woman's traumatized. And well, it's against the law. You know what? Some laws are actually meant to be broken. Make some money off her. You don't want everyone keeping a pet deer. I get it. But come on. I hope the person that called and told on this person, I hope he hits she hits every single stoplight for the rest of their life. And if they come across a train track, that they have to wait for every train to go by.
Okay, they're going to go a little darker there. Oh my God.
No, I don't wish that. I wish them bad karma or the karma they deserve. But no, you really, and then the police, it was a SWAT team, so many cop cars came to drag this deer out. This woman's this hardened criminal. It's really going to waste all these resources when you really could have just fined her. Yeah. They're well, the deer is a danger. The deer is no more of a danger than a horse or a dog or...
No. Okay, a deer is one of the least dangerous animals. I don't think it's going out and biting anyone. It's not she is I could see taking away a wolf, wild animals, but it's a deer.
It's a deer. Well, bucks have been known to hurt people if they feel threatened.
Yeah, but it's
leave this woman alone. Mind your business.
It's the same thing as with that squirrel and raccoon that were killed.
That's what I thought about. Again, they didn't ask questions. Could have fined. Could have kept them, held them to make sure they didn't have rabies. No, they euthanized them right away.
Yeah, awful.
Terrible.
Anyways, so Star Wars is actually a ripoff of Dune.
No!
Dune was written first.
Oh!
Though I think I like Star Wars better.
I like Star Wars better.
It's kind of almost a more... simplified version of Dune, I think.
I really like Dune, but...
I tried to read Dune, but, just the movie, how you're just, thrown into it, and it's very... It's difficult to get through.
It's hard to get into it. Well, even the first movie was hard for me to get into right away because you're just kind of thrown into it.
Yeah.
But then, by the second one, I was hooked and can't wait for the third one.
Yeah, plus the second one was really good.
Second one, I'm what? It's over? I feel like it just started.
And I love Timothée Chalamet.
I love Timothée Chalamet. He's such a little cutie. You should date him.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he'll go for me.
If he knew you, he would. He just doesn't have the opportunity to know you.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, let's take a quiz?
Let's take the quiz.
Wait, I got to find it because I sent it to you. Because usually I take the quizzes first, but we are just going off the cuff.
All right. So this is Which Animal Would You Be? By BuzzFeed. Oh, you got it?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing's coming up on my phone. I think
it's loading. What do you mean? Scroll down.
She's so mean.
Don't be such an old person.
I am scrolling. Okay, got it.
Choose your favorite hobby. Go to the park, explore nature, Read, take naps, exercise, swim. I'm going to choose read.
Drinking wine?
That is not a hobby. That's a problem.
I'm going to say read then.
What do you like to eat most? You read this now.
Salad, peanuts, chicken, tuna, veggies, or fruit. I like a good salad.
Good salad. Sometimes like fresh fruit is just so good. I think I'm going to go fruit.
I'm going to go salad.
So if they had steak on here, I'd choose that.
Yeah, me too.
What's your personality like? Funny, sassy, outgoing, brave, caring, friendly.
Am I caring or am I more friendly?
Like you're... Ew, hard.
I got in my head.
Caring. Which one am I, do you think?
Sassy.
Yeah, I guess.
Sorry, dry throat.
Sure.
What type of personality would you like your pet to have? Caring, great hearing, playful, loves the outdoors, loves to cuddle, mean.
Loves to cuddle. Who would want a mean pet? No one chooses to have that.
Exactly. Oh,
all right. What are you?
I'm a dog. You're playful and caring.
Yeah, I'd pick dog. I'm a cat.
I would say you're a cat.
You're smart and sassy. Oh, I think the next one we should do is what dog breed are you?
Yes,
that's probably a quiz. We should do that next time.
Yeah, we definitely should. Oh my gosh, there's all these little fuzzies on my microphone. I'm like, where did they come from?
Animals?
No, you. Because
Me?
with Arianna stored stuffing for her stuffed animals that she's making in with the microphones and things.
I didn't have anywhere else to put it. The cat was trying to drag it out like it was cotton candy.
She was trying to eat it like it was cotton candy.
Not my fault.
Yeah, all right. Let's get into some Reddit stories.
All right.
Do you have a theme or no? We're just going for it.
I could kind of have a theme. The theme would be terrible husbands.
All right.
All right.
Good thing Anthony's not here. He would not be, he'd be offended.
We're going to go to Am I the Bad Apple? Posted by adept_blueberry3235. Am I the bad apple for shoving cake in my husband's face? What do you think?
Yes.
All right. I, 35 female, have been married to my husband, Mark, 36, for 5 years. It's been great until yesterday. Yesterday was our 5th wedding anniversary, and we had my family and my in-laws and some friends over to celebrate. When we brought the cake out, we got Mark. Wait, hold on. My bad. And when we brought the cake out, Mark decided to grab the back of my head and shove my face into the cake. Mark and his friends were laughing, and my family were also laughing. My friends just said whoops and didn't stop it. My in-laws, though they were horrified and came to check on me, I confronted them and Mark about it because I told him numerous times not to shove my face into the cake, but he shrugged his shoulders and said, just lighten up. I was so mad, so I took a slice of cake and shoved it in his face. But guess what? He started crying. And his friends, my own friends, and even my own family gave me dirty looks and icy glares and went to check on and comfort Mark. It's been a few days. My own family said I should have just left it alone, and they're not talking to me. My own friends said I took it way too far. And even Mark has been giving me a hard time about it. However, my in-laws said that he shouldn't have shoved my face into the cake. He wasn't ready for the consequences, and they've been defending me. But because my own family and friends aren't speaking to me and have cut me off, I need to know if I was the bad apple for shoving cake into my husband's face.
No.
What?
He did it first. Yeah. Up around and find out, dude.
Uh-huh.
Like, so, and why would he cry?
Yeah. Oh, no.
I think he's emotionally
you're
mature.
Shove cake in my face, then you're getting cake shoved back at you, especially... No, after I told you multiple times, do not shove cake in my face.
Well, yeah, and some couples chase each other around. They find it funny. I don't find it. I would want to do that.
She said, do not put cake in my face, and he did it anyways.
So what does he expect?
Yeah. So top comment, when he started crying, I hope you told him to lighten up. And then someone else said, and that he'd look so much prettier if he just smiled.
That's funny. Yeah, like, what the heck? I don't know. I don't get that at all.
Mm-hmm. It's weird that her own friends and family aren't on her side, but it sounds like his parents are on.
Because they realize he shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Whenever like friends like kind of really choose you wrong, I wonder, are they really your friends? Or you know how like you have couple friends? Maybe they were his friends first.
His friends first. Yeah.
Because like, I don't know. Any of my friends, I had a couple friends too, and they tend to see like the fair side. So I don't know. She needs new friends.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe just everyone's horrified because he cried.
Maybe. I don't know. But she did it first.
Yeah. I don't know. And what would everyone be mad at him? She cried? Probably.
Probably.
So maybe they're just treating it like, oh, whoever cries gets the sympathy.
Oh my God.
Hey, he started it. She said, don't do it. He did it. So then she got him back.
Yeah. I think it was fair.
I think fair is fair.
She was the bad apple.
She was not. I was wrong. She was not the bad apple.
All right. Now we're going to move on to relationship advice posted by Nikki1296. I, 21 female, found out my husband, 33 male, has been having an affair with my mother. I don't know where to go from here.
Okay, so that is gross. Just me being a mother and having kids, like specifically a daughter, I would never sleep with your husband.
Thank you. You should know better.
I think the bar is pretty low. Like, I think that's just a given.
Yeah, I would hope so. Just like the movie we watched last night, where the guy was like talking about her ex, like, yeah, I know I've made some mistakes, but he should know better. I'm like, he slept with her sister. He really should know better.
He should know better.
That's not just a mistake.
No, that's beyond a mistake. Like, come on. And her sister, terrible. What movie was that?
Perfect Addiction.
Yeah.
Good plot.
Could have been better.
Written, but,
yeah,
you know, it's kind of like a nice romance movie.
Kind of. A little like Cinemax-y. Like, in my generation, we watched Cinemax a little bit. Like,
yeah, I think
soft
it's trying.
porn a little.
It was like trying to be, I don't know.
I think it's trying to be a little bit racy or sexy. Yeah.
But it was a Wattpad book, you know, so.
Yeah.
Just like After. You know, After was it was a fanfic about Harry Styles.
Yes, I'm shocked about that.
Those are actually good books, except for the last one where it just felt like very rushed.
Oh.
Just wrap it up.
No, I love the After movies. The series, really good. And the other one was about Harry Styles too. The movie with Anne Hathaway.
It's called, that was good. That was a good movie.
It was such a good movie. Loved it.
I would be okay if you dated
Harry Styles.
Yeah. Any singer that was like younger, that's okay.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Approve.
Well, thank you.
All right, anyways, back to the story. Sorry, this can be quite a bit to read. However, a lot happened, and everything I've written is essential to my situation. Very long one. A 21 female have been married to my husband, 33 male, for a year and 3 months now. Already kind of don't like the age gap.
Wait, how old is he?
33.
And how old is she?
21.
I mean,
different points in your life.
Yeah.
When we got together, I was 18 and he was 30.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like that.
Well, I was a senior in high school.
Okay, no, jail. The guy just needs to be in jail. Nope, okay.
To a lot of people, our relationship is taboo. However, I've always been very mature for my age, and I've always felt normal for the both of us. My mother, 40 female. Okay, yeah, he's closer in age, too.
Well, right, and I feel like he groomed the daughter. Okay,
Yeah.
Was he a friend of the mother's? We'll get there. Okay, sorry.
Has always had a soft spot for him, which I appreciated. When she first met him, she told me I was so lucky to have an amazing person in my life.
Okay, what is wrong with this mother? No mother wants their 18-year-old in high school dating a 30-year-old man. Come on. Okay.
Throughout our relationship, my mom and him just got along fine, which is always thought may have just been from their somewhat closeness in age. However, during our weddings, when I started noticing weird behavior from my mom. On my wedding day, she told me she wished she was the one wearing the gown today, referring to my wedding dress.
Ew, that's weird. Come on.
I asked her what she meant, and she just started laughing, saying she's had too much to drink.
She had too much of something and wasn't alcohol. Okay.
She also suggested her and my husband have a dance together during my wedding.
What?
I immediately laughed because I thought it was a joke. However, now the current circumstances, it clearly was not a joke.
Nope.
Further down the line, she would start asking me how he was in bed.
Ew. Okay. Come on.
I told her I didn't feel comfortable talking to her about that, and she said that my aunt was curious.
Okay, then let my aunt ask, like, what? Why is everyone talking about your sex life? It's weird. Okay.
She also started asking my husband sexual questions, like what was his favorite position? What are his kinks? If he ever had a threesome? Genuinely uncomfortable questions that made me grossed out.
Yeah, what is wrong with this mother?
My suspicions specifically grew throughout the last 3 months. My husband told me my mom asked him to renovate her kitchen. He works in construction, and he would be over there after work Monday through Wednesday. When I offered to join him, he said it wasn't necessary, That'd be boring for me. When I asked my mom if I should join as well, she said I was being a nagging wife asking to come over.
What the heck? When most mothers would be like, oh, sure, come on over.
Yeah, well, he does work.
Yeah, we'll do dinner and catch up. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
However, when he started to visit my mom, I noticed sexual changes in our relationship, as when he would come home from work or my mom's, he would never be interested in doing it. My suspicions grew further when I visited my mother's place. The kitchen looked the same as before, and when I confronted both of them, they said they were still just prepping for the renovation.
Then he shouldn't be there while she's prepping the renovation.
In this moment, I knew something was wrong. I had an urge to know, so I left work early and decided to go by my mom's place and see what was happening. When I arrived, I wanted to see what they were up to naturally and didn't want them to be alarmed that I was there. Luckily, my mom's place has a lot of windows, and you can see nearly every room in the house if you just wander around. When I got to the study's window, that's when I saw my husband and my mother having sex on her desk. I screamed and cried. When they saw me, my mom looked down in complete disbelief while my husband ran out of the room. I wasn't there long, but I ran to my car and drove off hyperventilating. When I got home, I just started to pack some clothes and essentials and wanted to leave. I drove off and my phone started blowing up from my husband, my mother, and aunt. I drove to an empty car park and sat there for over 4 hours just crying and listening to music.
Oh, poor honey, poor sweet girl. I just want to be there to hug her. Oh my gosh.
I decided to return to my husband and I's home as the tears I let go turned to complete anger and distrust. I wanted to confront him. When I arrived home, he was not there, and there was no sign he had ever been there. I decided that I needed some sleep and thought maybe he had just stayed in a motel for the night to give me space. When I woke up the next day, I was going to call him. However, I thought to myself that I wasn't ready to speak to him. So I called back my aunt. She told me he stayed over at my mother's house to be there for her.
What?
My mouth dropped, and I couldn't even say a single word.
To be there for the mother.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God.
My aunt kept asking if I was there. I told her if she could set up a meeting with myself, my husband, and my mother, and she said she'll pick me up and take me to my mom's house to talk.
Uh-huh.
When I want to say aunt instead of aunt.
Aunt, because that's what you're supposed to say. But people in Buffalo say aunt, like ant on the ground.
When my aunt picked me up, she said that my mother told her about the affair, and she told her to stop. My mother lied to her, saying that she had, and yesterday, straight after I caught them, she said my mother had told her she'd been still seeing him and that I had found out. I told my aunt that I was disappointed that she didn't tell me and that she's lost my trust, and she seemed to have understood that and complied. When we got to their house, my husband had his arm around my mother while she had her head rested on his shoulder.
What the hell? What? Oh my gosh, this girl.
Crazy. Keep in mind, I caught them a day ago. My mother started crying as soon as she saw me and started hugging my husband.
What?
That itself aggravated me.
Well, yes. You want to take like something and hit them both.
To keep this from not going on any longer, they told me they want to be together and hope one day I'll accept them. I literally couldn't feel anything, so I just started laughing in shock. Even my aunt told my mom she was being ridiculous. They claim that they've been in love for a year now, and they started sleeping with each other 4 months after my husband and I got married. The craziest claim was that my mother says she sees herself starting a family with him. After they told me everything, I sat in silence for a few minutes, and my mom pleaded for me to say something. I couldn't. I asked my aunt in that moment to take me home, and she got her keys and got me out of there immediately. As soon as I got in the car, she hugged me and I started crying. She said everything was going to be okay and that she was there for me no matter what. She offered that I stay with her, but I just wanted to be alone. It's been a week since this all happened. I've been at home alone just crying and drinking. I even had some really dark thoughts that honestly terrified me to the point I was going to check myself to the hospital. The worst part is that a part of me wishes I never saw them and lived completely oblivious to their affair. I don't have any friends or anyone in my life. The only person I had was my husband, and now that's gone. My mother and I have always had problems in the past, and she blamed my father's suicide on me. Even faked a suicide note for him saying it was my fault when I was 12.
What? This mother is awful.
Yeah.
This mother's psychotic.
It's awful.
Terrible.
In a way, I think this is her way of getting back at me for my dad. She truly believes that I was the reason he decided to end his life because I was an angry tween. My husband sees my mother as forbidden fruit. which is something I believe men crave, which is why majority of the time they're the ones that cheat. I'm now alone and, to be honest, have no clear direction for what's next for me. My husband and I agreed that I was going to be a stay-at-home mom, which is something I wanted as well. I don't have any interest in college, and I've never considered any kind of profession that would interest me. I've always just wanted to be a mom and a loving wife, and expected that to become my reality. I'm also not smart at all and have no idea what to do legally from here, so any advice would be great. I'm sorry this is so long, a lot happened, and I wanted to provide as much detail to my situation as possible. I would never turn to social media in the past. I'd go to my husband, and now that's changed. I don't have anyone else. Any advice or just thoughts would be appreciated.
Oh my God, poor sweet, sweet girl. Okay, well, he groomed you. You were 18, so you don't have people in your life, and I understand that. Because, like, even in high school, you're not bringing your boyfriend to a party or to prom at 30.
No.
I mean, poor sweet girl. She can just move in with me and let me help her, and we'll get her a lawyer and guidance.
My God.
Like, her mom is toxic. Her mom is mentally ill. For her mom to do that and torture her like that, the mom needs complete therapy.
Yep.
Right now, all I think of her is trash to do that to your daughter. Clearly, her mom's mentally ill. Awful mom. Cut her out. Cut them up. The husband out.
Yep.
And then therapy. She needs a lot of therapy.
Yes, a lot. God.
Because these people have traumatized her more than she really realizes.
I
even
think so. Yeah.
She's gone through so much, and she needs a lawyer ASAP.
Top comment. You are not mature for your age. You are a teenager flattered by the attention. That's not insulting you. You were just manipulated by someone who had a decade of practice. Your mother should have helped protect you, offered you to keep... Wait, hold on. Your mother should have helped protect you and offered to keep... I don't know what that's going out there. Get out, get out, get out. There's a reason that most teenage brides end up wanting a divorce. You can't wake up, but you can get a lawyer and move on from this trap. And then... someone replied to that saying, instant eye roll, and she said she's mature for her age. If she was, she wouldn't have married a 30-year-old man at 18.
Oh, she was groomed. I don't blame her at all. Yeah. Oh, poor sweet girl. I just feel so bad for her.
Yeah.
I just want to hug her.
How awful.
Yeah. Girls are mature for their age generally. Like, a lot of girls are, especially with a mother that's been like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, that's insane to me. Oh, I feel bad for her.
I know.
I don't have anything else to say other than lawyer and therapist. That's what you need in that order. Lawyer, therapist.
Yeah.
Or therapist, lawyer. Either way, ASAP, like the same day. You need them both.
There is an update.
Okay.
So, update. I just want to say thank you to everyone that provided helpful feedback. And while I didn't get to everyone, I really did read every comment. Now, she felt she has to clarify some things. One is that it wasn't fake or AI. A lot of people were commenting that it was. And then, second, the reason I don't have friends is that when I was in 6th grade, my friends all dropped me when my dad killed himself. They all considered me weird for having a dad that died in that sort of way and gossiped about me. And it was considered social suicide to be friends with me.
That's awful.
Yeah.
I feel so bad.
I also developed an eating disorder through body issues that were installed in me by my mom's boyfriends at the time. And this lasted from late middle school all the way up to senior year. This led me to being in the hospital a lot and missing a lot out on school, which made it hard for me to make friends. When I was at school, everyone had their groups, and so I would just eat alone.
Oh, I feel so bad for her.
I know.
She
Poor
needs
girl.
She needs friends, and she needs someone. And really, they ostracized her because her dad killed himself.
Awful.
Like, that's not... He was clearly mentally ill. Like, it has nothing to do with her. And then she doesn't have friends. I feel so bad for her.
3, I do not trust my aunt. My mom and her are very close. They ran away from home together when my mom was 17 and she was 18. They were raised by strict Pakistani immigrants who were very abusive and cut my mother off when they learned she was with my father, who was white. Since they have only had each other, they will always put each other's interests first. She's also has a special needs son in a small place for living, so I would be a huge burden for her. 4, I'm sorry I called myself mature for my age. I've just been told that by teachers, pretty much all adults throughout my life since I was 5 years old. There was a point when I was 2 grades ahead, however, my mom decided to put me back in the grade with people my age for the reasons she still struggles to explain to me.
The mother got it.
Yeah.
She had her issues, and I completely Like, I don't fault the mother for her own issues, but it's up to you to get help so you're not, having generational trauma and issues carrying on and on and on.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that she should definitely get therapy. The mom needs therapy. Everyone needs therapy.
Yeah, I agree.
Just so sad.
5, my relationship I get was not normal. He approached me at a mall while I was out and asked for my number. He thought I was a lot older than I was. He found out halfway through our first date I was 18 and still in school, and he wanted to end it there. However, I really liked him and said we could go for a second date. We can decide together if we want to keep doing this. We both connected really well and opened up to each other like we'd never done with anyone else. We decided we start off as friends, and if we ended up being comfortable, we can pursue a relationship. I was the one who told him first that I wanted a relationship. He was very hesitant and didn't want to because he was very worried what people would think. He even told me at one point a week later, we reconciled, and he told me that he loved me and couldn't stand the idea of not being with me.
Okay, after a week?
After. The only red flag I could see was that he was divorced and he had a son he barely saw. However, that's due to his ex and his son now living in a different state. My husband is a child of of Albanian immigrants, and he claimed that him and his ex-wife really shared that in common. Otherwise, there's no real love between them. 6, I'm not going to college for the sake of going to college. I want to be a mom, and that's all. However, I will look for a job to support myself in the meantime, as the flower shop will not be sustainable. Besides, I think I've lost that job as I haven't gone to 3 of my shifts and have been dodging their calls as to why I haven't been in. Now, finally, the update. Basically, a night after I posted here, my husband came banging on our door that he made a mistake and he was crying. He insisted that my mother was blackmailing him into being with her, and that it was only supposed to be a hookup, and he instantly regretted it. When I found that out, he panicked and he didn't want to have no one, so he agreed to be with my mom. I let him inside and he showed me all of the texts between him and my mom. And a lot of it was my mom telling him to come over, and he refused. She would threaten that she would spill it to me that they were having an affair. He told me he wants us to be together again and he'll do anything for us to be together. I told him I really need the space for now, that he needs to leave. He started to get very reluctant, even started getting scary where he picked up the TV and broke it and started punching himself when I said that. I generally started to get scared and told him I didn't want him doing something stupid, so I called his friend over and he took him to his place to calm down. The next morning, I woke up to him cooking in our kitchen and he made me my favorite breakfast. He told me that he wanted to surprise me with something he knew I loved. I told him I appreciated it, but he needs to leave, and that if I were going to forgive him, it was going to take a long time, and this wasn't going to be fixed overnight. He started crying again and told me that he can't stay on this earth if he knows that it's not with me. I'm not that dumb and I know when I'm being manipulated, so I told him to get out and this will take time. That's when he got the frying pan and threw it at the wall. I pushed him out and locked the door. I told him not to come back and I'll see him when I'm ready. Later that day, my mother comes and screams outside the door that she knows my husband is here and that I'm stopping them from being together. I told her to leave, otherwise I'm calling the cops, and she did. However, when I walked outside later, it's clear as day she keyed my car and tried to spell out a derogatory word against women. I called the cops and they told me without footage they can't do anything about it. 2 hours after I called the cops, she came back again and demanded I let her in. I told her to go, and that's when she tried to pick the lock to my front door. So I called the cops, and that moment she heard I was speaking to them, she drove off. I started to feel unsafe where I was and didn't have anywhere to go. So basically I grabbed a bunch of clothes and necessities and took them to my car and have been living in there since. I don't know what I'm going to do as of now and just hope that I find something. It hasn't been too bad, but it's been sustainable for the past day and a bit. But obviously, I can't do this forever. My husband did message me saying he came over and has been waiting at our house and is worried that I haven't returned. I told him that he shouldn't be there anyways because I told him I need space. But I'm staying in my car and I decided what I'm going to do. He sent me a bunch of voice messages crying, saying I'm torturing myself and that if we're together, he'll make sure to take care of me this time. I haven't responded to any of the voice messages directly. However, I'm sending him just an update every 4 to 5 hours saying I'm okay, just so he doesn't panic completely. My aunt hasn't contacted me since I cried in her car, but has mentioned she has a lot on her plate, so I don't particularly blame her for anything. But that's the update. I'm homeless in a car and have no real direction. I did want to thank you all for the legal advice and hopefully find time to get that all sorted. I also have a GP appointment tomorrow the doctor about STDs, so fingers crossed that all goes well. I'm sure I'll find something, however, for now, it's a bit shit for me.
Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for her.
Yeah.
Come on, her mom, her husband, like, you know what? So she's in a bad situation. Everyone has poor mental health. The husband, the mom, I'm sure she does. She just doesn't realize it yet. All this trauma and everything's so messed up. And she has nowhere to go. So when women are in those cases, she's probably going to go back to him because what is she going to do? How is she going to survive? She probably now doesn't have a job. She's living out of her car. Oh, I feel awful that she has no one to turn to.
I know. It's awful.
There needs to be more places for women when they're in bad situations to turn to.
Mm-hmm. Top comment on the update is, I don't want to be crude, but I don't know that I could ever touch a man again that's been inside my mother. He's despicable. Get a divorce. You deserve a better parent and spouse. I hope you find a prompt to get away from them both permanently.
Yeah, get away.
Yeah, get away.
I just feel so horrible for her that I don't know. Awful. I'm trying to messing around with the sound because it's been weird.
I know. It's awful. Yeah, and the update was posted 4 days ago. The original post was posted 9 days ago.
Ugh, I feel awful. Yeah, I don't know. I hope she gets help. I don't know. Like, it's hard, right? Like, does she go to a women's shelter? Like, where should she go?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because our poor sweet girl will let you in. Let's get her on her feet and help her.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her. Like, they're all causing so much trauma. He's violent, and then he's trying to manipulate her to come back. The mom is clearly damaged and psycho. Like, she's got no one to turn to.
Very awful.
Terrible. Do we have an upbeat story, or is it all horrible?
Well, the theme was terrible husbands.
Yes, it
but
was.
Do you want to go to something?
Nope. Keep on the terrible husbands. Let's go.
All right, let's do one more terrible husbands, and then maybe at the end we'll have a palate cleanser.
Okay, that sounds nice.
Okay. Next, we are going to... One second. All right. Is my husband pretending to want kids?
Ooh.
Posted on Two Hot Takes, and the original poster's account has been deleted.
Oh, no. Okay, let's go.
My husband, 29 male, has acted like he was so on board our entire baby-making journey. We have been trying for 4 years now. Last year, long after having given up all hope, not even thinking about it honestly, I got pregnant. I had some spotting at period time, and it was weird. I've never had that happen before. I took a test, and it was the darkest, boldest positive you've ever could see. I felt so many unexpected emotions. Honestly, my adrenaline was pumping from the minute I saw that positive. My husband knew I suspected something was up, and not long after finding out for myself, I was excited but scared to tell him. I calmed down as much as I could, walked up to him, put my hand on his shoulder, and said, I am actually pregnant. And he immediately grabbed my hand off his shoulder and shoved it away. He said, no, you're not. Take another test. We are not having a baby. He stopped hugging me, kissing me, telling me he loved me, and started slowly interacting with me by telling me in all ways he wanted to get rid of the baby as a joke.
What?
Not a joke.
That's not funny.
No. I hate to be dramatic, but every time he said something crazy, whether being in denial or wanting to hurt the baby, felt like a traumatic moment where you freeze and wonder if this is actually real. Unfortunately, it was. My sister is my closest family member, and she lives a 6-hour drive from me. She has a toddler and has trouble responding to texts. My mom lives in Europe and her time is different, so I can't rely on her to respond readily either. Regardless, I told them both, and they were both much more excited than my husband. Even when I started getting scared that I was miscarrying, they were trying to encourage me that nothing was wrong. It was obvious, but I appreciate their gaslighting because it came from a place of pure hope. After a couple of weeks, my husband, being completely distant and barely speaking to me, never touched me, which is extremely abnormal, I started bleeding. It was super light at first. My sister and my mom made me think it might be a bit normal for early pregnancy, so I waited a bit. Once it got heavier, I decided to go to the hospital. I asked my husband to go with me because I was absolutely distraught and crying constantly. I was up all night cramping so bad, I told people it felt like my organs were in a blender. My husband seemed so incredibly irritated that he had to go with me to the hospital. He constantly said he was tired from work and how annoyed he was that he had no time to relax that night because he had to wait in the ER with me.
Oh my God, this guy is a piece of garbage. He's awful. She needs to divorce him. I don't care if he wants kids or not. Divorce him.
Yeah. He was the only person that had to come with me and support me. I had been crying literally for days, not just crying, but ugly crying.
Oh.
Bawling so bad I was embarrassed to sit in the emergency room, sobbing in front of everyone. But no matter how much I wanted to stop the tears, they just flowed beyond my control. The doctor said he wasn't sure that I was miscarrying, and we would need more blood work to confirm, so I had to come back for more despite my immense bleeding and pain. Still, my husband was livid and made sure to tell me that on the way home. What a waste of his precious time it was. He kept repeating how tired he was and that he had no time to have any more fun that night.
He doesn't even care that she's in pain, like
Nope.
bleeding, losing your child potentially.
Awful.
Awful. Terrible. Okay.
When I got home, I lost it. I screamed at him how insensitive and horrible he was, how he had been so incredibly mean to me from the moment I found out I was pregnant. I told him about how the physical pain was nothing compared to the emotional pain I was going through. He just got defensive and angry, and I just gave up, to be honest. I knew from the moment he found out he didn't want it and didn't care. After I went off on him, he's been so sweet and was pretending to be sad about miscarrying, coming up with baby names, pointing out all cute baby clothes in stores all the time, which is weird for him. But unfortunately for men, they can't pretend to finish if someone's paying attention. And I have been able to tell that since I miscarried, he's only finished twice out of the 20 times we've been intimate. I tried to tell him gently, if you're not into it, that's okay. By the 10th time, he actually turned around on me saying I don't actually want it. And I'm using it as an excuse because I don't want to. He says I'm saying he doesn't want to because I don't want to sleep with him. I'm 100% sure he's not finishing. What goes up doesn't disappear, lol. It didn't happen again until I said I want to try again. I confronted him tonight, gently telling him it's okay. I know what is going on, but I need to know if we're on the same page about our future and what we both want. He just screamed at me. Now I'm kind of worried. I picked someone who does not actually want a family and is pretending. He's actually matured a lot and has told me that is all due to me, and he is thankful. But I'm 29. I still want kids, and we have fertility issues.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait forever for him to grow up. Should I move on or give him more time? Edit, I forgot to add that I went to my ultrasound and blood tests alone. That is where I found out I did indeed miscarry, and it was horrible and traumatic.
No, he's not there for you emotionally. Do you want kids with this? He can't be there for you. He clearly doesn't want another child. He's not going to be there for the other child. And I know she loves him, and that's why she's tolerating this mistreatment. But there's someone out there that's going to treat you better.
Yeah, no, that's awful.
That's going to be on the same page as you. Like, no, she needs to go. Is there an update? Did she leave?
No update. Top comment. Your marriage is over. Sorry. And I can't. The poster's account has been deleted, so I can't search for any updates, but there was none on this post.
That's terrible. Like, really, really awful.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even imagine. Just him not being there for her. Like, it's one thing if you don't want kids and you have to have an adult conversation about that. Like, look, I'm not ready now. I don't know if I'm ever going to be ready. But instead, he was being cruel. She's in pain, and you're talking about you didn't have time enough to relax.
Yeah.
And then to not take her to the ultrasound.
Yeah, so it sounds like after that original emergency room visit, he never went, and then she found out alone.
That's so horrible sad. And so sad. No, he's not there for her. He's not your person. No.
She needs to get rid of him and find someone that actually wants the same thing.
I mean, it's way easier for someone to sit on the outside and say, you need to go, but she'll be so much happier if she finds someone else.
Yeah. Another comment. Dude, what? He was making jokes about harming you and your unborn child. This man does not love you. You need to run away, far, far away. We are around the same age, and if my significant other had reacted to me telling him that I was pregnant like your husband did, I would have left to raise the baby on my own. This man is incredibly cruel, selfish, and manipulative. If someone I dislike miscarried in front of me, I would hold their hand and comfort them, let alone my spouse. He does not love you, OP. Please stop being intimate with him and make an exit plan. These jokes he made up were about hurting you and the unborn baby were not jokes. That just made me think, what if he did something?
So did I. I just thought that, like, what if he, like, put something, like, found something or crushed up the pill that, you know.
Yeah. What if
like a morning after pill?
Miscarry?
He might have made her miscarry. And then he's annoyed about it. Yeah, no, that's a whole nother level of darkness, but no, he needs to go.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm worried about her safety. Like, it's just, and then you're having a child with someone that doesn't want them, and that child's going to feel unwanted.
Mm-hmm. How awful.
That's kind of awful. These horrible husbands, they've been
Terrible
awful.
husbands.
Terrible husbands. That's the theme. Awful, awful, awful.
All right. Let's end with something on a more positive note.
I want to take out these girls and be like, okay, you can live here. Let's just start like if I was rich, that'd be awesome. Like to start like buy like a motel like area. You know how they have like multiple rooms with kitchenettes, and then like let women that are struggling, or men, but mostly women that are struggling, they don't have jobs and that need a place to land before they get their life together and move on.
Yeah.
Like that would be great to have like that landing place. Like somewhere, if you have a pet, bring a pet. If you have another child, bring a child.
Yeah.
But like to be safe, a safe place that's paid for a month or two to help you like navigate the system, help you navigate getting attorneys, getting, any benefits that you may qualify for, going to school, whatever it is that you need, and then to help them find their own places and to give them independence. I would actually love that. Like if I really had the money and finances, I would do that, because all these women, they need that. They need support. They need help. At least this one has a sister. Her mother lives in Europe. I don't know. Maybe she needs a trip to Europe for a little while.
Yeah.
Stay with her mom.
I agree. All right.
Yeah.
So do you have your phone on you?
Yes, I do.
I sent you a post. So it's screenshots of text messages between roommates. So I'm going to read the green and you can be the gray.
Okay.
So do you have it pulled up?
Got it pulled up now. Actually, it's 104. Okay. Yep.
Okay. Like fine china?
No, like just bowls and plates that I can't be bothered to wash.
What the fuck? Like plastic or?
No ceramic?
That's horrendous. That's so wasteful. Why are you doing that?
Because I don't want to wash it.
Then wash it later. You're wasting so much money. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm not buying more bowls. They generally just keep appearing.
No. What the fuck do you mean? You chuck ceramic shit away?
Like my dad and brother keeps buying them and getting them gifted.
Because you can't be bothered to wash them?
Yes, correct.
You'll have Weetabix and then throw it away. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Not every time, obviously.
No. I have never done that. Ever. Not even once.
But yes, Weetabix bowl that I forgot to rinse out is a high contender for the bin when the Weetabix has gone dry and got hard on the bowl.
Soak it?
Or I can just chuck it.
Why not just soak it? No, because then all your plates would just go.
Well, I still have plates, don't I?
No, but plates are like 15 quid a piece.
Listen, nothing will top you pouring water on your carpet in your room because you don't want it anymore. Listen to me. I have a curse.
No, you're stupid.
I always come into ceramics. I'm alone downstairs.
You're stupid.
Currently, I myself own 6 plates and 5 bowls.
You're so stupid.
What the fuck am I going to do with all that?
You're so horrendously stupid.
You're jealous.
No, I'm not.
You're too weak to understand, genuinely.
I'm actually livid. Your brain works like that. Ray just throws away bowls instead of washing them. Ceramic bowls.
Oh my gosh, like that. I can't even. I can see some people doing that though. Terrible, but I can see someone. What's a Weetabix?
I don't know. Definitely different country because their money was quid. I don't know what country that
It sounds like cereal or something.
Yeah, it sounds like a cereal. Or like an oatmeal because it said dries and gets hard and then she'll throw them away.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like oatmeal or something.
Yeah, something like that. Consistency.
Yeah. I was like, think it was like Wheaties being stuck in a bowl.
Like, if you ate oatmeal, you just dried it up, like, oh, it doesn't come off, just throw it out.
No, how about like soak it, wash it?
Like her dad and brother keep buying her. They gotta stop buying her these, like, the dishes.
Yeah, they're enabling her.
Yeah.
Well, they probably come over and they're like, for dinner, and they're like, where's your plates? Where's your bowls? So then they keep buying her bowls and plates, and they're like, oh. And then she's annoyed, like, why do they keep buying them for me?
Yeah, she's like, I have too many.
Yeah, I only need one. It's for myself.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny.
That's just funny. That was really cute. Well, thank you for joining us, everyone. It's been a great week. Where can they find us on Reddit, Arianna?
r_cats_and_dogs_pod.
Or on our Instagram at the Raining Cats and Dog Podcast. Go ahead and message us. Please like, follow, subscribe, tell your friends. We are on YouTube and on Apple Podcasts. If you notice, some of the videos on YouTube are not videos because if the camera quality is so horrible, it just looks like a blur the whole time. I haven't been putting it up. Like last week, I did not.
Oh, God. I think I looked horrible last week. I was great about that. My hair was greasy. I needed a shower.
Oh, the camera's so bad. You can barely see your hair anyway.
Good.
So after our vacation, I am thinking of getting a camera to attach to the computer because the quality is so bad.
No, they don't need to see us.
I think they do need to see us.
No.
No one wants to see us.
So I think for this week's Instagram post, you should post some of those photos I sent you of Vegas.
Oh, yes. I would love just to post those Vegas photos. No Magic Mike, though. Sorry, ladies.
No, I think that should be my bachelorette.
You want to go see a Magic Mike show?
Yep.
Nice. Oh, I wonder if they have like guys that could just come and do that for you for your party.
I don't think I want any of those guys over here. I think I want Vegas guys to watch.
All right. Point taken. I get it. That would be a fun Vegas trip.
Yeah, I'll invite you. You can come.
I was just going to ask, am I invited or not invited?
You can bring some friends too.
Oh my God, my friends would be wild. A couple of friends would go crazy.
I think it would be fun.
Yeah.
And then I think if like my fiance would want to go, I would be okay with him coming, like doing like a joint thing. Like he doesn't go to that show. We go to that, and him and his friends do something else.
Well, they can go look at women's boobs.
Yep, it's fine. You can look, just don't touch.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with looking. It's just touching.
Just don't make it a thing where every year he wants to go to Vegas, then it just goes weird.
No. Like, I think there needs to be like conversations. Like some couples actually go to strip clubs and things together.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's your thing, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I can also see if it bothers you. Then
I don't think I'd want to go with them. Not like it's a regular thing.
Not as regular. I'd
like,
go once.
For like a weekend, like say like a big group goes to Vegas, they do their thing, we do our thing.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah. I just have to say, the women and men are so athletic. They really are. Like, especially women with poles. Like, you could do pole exercising classes. Like, it's so impressive. Because, like, think about it. Like, their arms are out. They're like gymnasts, right? Their legs are out. Like, it is, like, crazy. Like, they're spinning around. Like, that's a lot of body strength.
Yeah.
Just, you need a bleach wipe for those poles, though. That's all I could think of. Yeah. But yeah, a Magic Mike show. But that to me seems more wholesome than like some of the other shows that are out there.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's not wholesome, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, I don't need to see any other shows that are out there.
Well, right. Well, I think that's the difference of women and men. We also like to keep something there for the fantasy, right?
Yeah.
Like in your head, where a lot of times men like the
Magic
visual.
Mike show it's more dance, like court dancing kind of with stripping.
Yeah. And I think they leave their underwear on.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
That's fine. I don't think I need to see the underwear off.
Exactly. Yeah. No, underwear can stay on. I'd rather just use my imagination. Yeah. But on that note, have a great week.
Bye.
You're hitting stuff on there.